If you could move, there we go. Okay, Kerry, you are broadcasting. And hello, everybody. I have the pleasure of introducing Kerry Siggins, who's the CEO of Breadware and StoneAge. Um, Kerry is a public speaker and is very well known in multiple industries, including the industrial cleaning industry. And with no further ado, Kerry, I'll let you take over. You can share your screen by clicking your video camera and then hitting the share screen button.
Got it. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. It's nice to be here. I apologize. I'm in the United Club in Houston Airport, ready to go catch a flight. So this will be brief. So just to talk a little bit about what StoneAge does, we manufacture high pressure water blasting tooling and equipment. So basically squirt guns on steroids. Our industry has not been one to change quickly, but that is definitely different. It's changing quickly. I should say, over the last couple of years. StoneAge acquired Breadware, product development IoT firm, in March of 2020. It was a little bit of a risky move in the beginning of the pandemic, but one that has paid off. And Breadware is really helping us develop products that we can get to market faster. We can utilize their tech, the expertise that they have as they develop IoT products for their clients. So that's what we do. I'm going to show a quick video just to give you an idea of exactly what squirt guns on steroids means. So give me just a moment. Hopefully this works.
Daily Harvest. You make eating veggies so easy.
Thank you, Kerry. And for everyone who couldn't see the video, you need to be sharing your video to see other people's videos. So it's one of the features of Topia. So you just hit your video toggle button and that will toggle on and off. Back to you, Kerry. That was an
Perfect.
awesome
Okay.
video. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So what that does is shows you how high pressure water cleans tubes, pipes, tanks, anything in an industrial facility like a refinery, a chemical plant, food processing plants, anywhere you'd want to use ultra high pressure water to clean. That's what we do. So it's an incredibly dangerous industry. Oh, sorry. It's an incredibly dangerous industry, and it is and the way what we've been doing is trying to remove the operator from the application so that there's not a water jet cut. Water jet cuts can obviously do some very bad damage to you. So what we've been moving away from are the handheld tools, the tool that you saw there in the pipe, to the automated systems that run the hose through the pipe and then clean the application. And so where IoT comes in is that people want information on how they're cleaning. So how long is it taking to clean this particular application, and how much of it was plugged, and so all this information that plants want to be able to tell if their production equipment is being cleaned. And this is really important because when a plant is manufacturing, let's say, crude to gasoline, they need to have a very good production rate, and things have to be clean. Their heat exchangers have to be clean, their pipes have to be clean to be able to do it well. So how we're disrupting the industry is by developing IoT-enabled robots to go in and clean this equipment and give plants the information back so that they can say, okay, this is good, and now I'm going to be able to produce my material faster. So industrial cleaning is this really niche industry, and it's not well known. But we basically keep all those plants clean that manufacture everything that we use every day. So this is really a really important aspect of all manufacturing processes. So we're really excited that we're changing the way the industry works by not only getting the operator away from those water jets, as you could see from that video, but also making it easier to clean, faster to clean, and then producing that data. So where do we think all of this is going to go? Well, ideally, we're going to be driving the industry towards not just preventative maintenance, but predictive maintenance, and then eventually prescriptive maintenance. So what does that mean exactly? Well, preventative maintenance is something that we do. So like, you take your car to get its oil changed because you know that it needs to run well and that you have to take care of it if it's going to do that. Then predictive maintenance is, instead of you just taking it in every 3,000 miles, your car tells you, okay, now's the time that you need to go get the oil changed because it needs to be cleaned and it's breaking down. Prescriptive maintenance would then be to say, this is how you change it. And that's really where we're going to lead the industry, is to help drive to that information. So right now, there's this IoT-enabled product that's going to be able to give us information as we collect that data and start to understand exactly how the heat exchangers are being fouled and how they're being cleaned. Then we can help plants be able to say, here's how you can predict to do this faster. So it's really quite fascinating, even though it is in a unglamorous industry where a lot of people don't think about how you're going to be using this type of technology. I think it's going to be really interesting how it changes. So we're also going to, how this is also going to be changing is how we work with our customers. So right now, our products are sold to an industrial cleaning contractor who then has a contract with a plant and goes in and does the cleaning. We now are working closer and closer with the actual plant. So, for example, Dow Chemical, one of the largest chemical producers in the world, will call us and say, hey, we've got this really tough application. We want to do it with robotics, and we want to be able to collect that data. How can we partner with the contractor to come in and clean this faster, safer, better? And so now we're being able to work more closely with those industrial facilities that are actually manufacturing the products that we use every day to help them understand their cleaning production rates and how often it needs to be cleaned so they can be more efficient in the long run. So it's really dramatically changing the entire industry because people now have this information at their fingertips to be able to make better decisions about their cleaning processes. So this is a really interesting journey because we are known as a tool manufacturing company. That tool that you saw in the pipe, like that's what StoneAge was built on, was the self-rotary tool that goes in and cleans. And now the industry is really shifting, and StoneAge is at the forefront of driving it to being a much more technology-driven industry. So as we look at our future and what this is going to do, it's really about going from a tool manufacturing company to a technology company. And then, once we have that technology and once we have that data, how then do we create a different level of value, and a level of value that you get outcome-based relationships with, outcome-based sales with. So, for example, we have all of this information. We can help a plant get their production equipment cleaned faster and more efficiently, more safely. And we save them, let's say, 2 or 3 days on their maintenance cycle. That could be millions and millions of dollars for them. And so instead of being able to say, hey, it takes an hour to clean this or 2 hours to clean this or 5 days to clean this, we can say we can get it done this much faster, and it just saves you $10 million. And how do we make sure that we get some of that cost sharing, cost savings built into how we price things for our customer and how we add value to our customers. So that's really what the end game is going to look like, and it's how you can use IoT to really start the disruption of a particular industry. Is how do we start to collect this data, and what are people going to do with this data, and how do we use it to really add true value to our clients, to our customers, so that we can change the way that they run their businesses. So I think it's a really great example of the way that IoT is being used, and it certainly is going to be, I think, a game changer for our industry. And it's very different than the way I think a lot of people think about IoT with the daily products that they use every day. At Breadware, we're working on a lot of different consumer products or commercial products, and a lot of people don't see that there is this true industrial need, and companies who are maybe, still haven't embraced how technology is going to change their industries, can do so to really add value and to create better products, to be safer, and to be able to do that outcome-based value add to their clients. So that's basically what StoneAge is doing. It's funny that our name is StoneAge. People often tell us we should consider changing our name, and I am adamant that we will never do that. I think it's a pretty, it's pretty catchy that here is this company that was started in the late 1970s, and we've always been innovative and been changing and driving the industry, and how we're going to be using technology to really change industrial cleaning and beyond. I mean, I think this will open up the door for us for a lot of different industries, and us to take the company in different directions, because we now have this IoT platform, and we're building robots, and we're solving really, really hard challenges. So that's my talk, and I have to go because I'm in the United Club, and I've got to go catch a flight. So I apologize for having to just squeeze this in, and I'm getting dirty looks for not having my mask on in the airport. So I apologize for the little glitches there. But hopefully that was an interesting way for you all to see different ways that you can use IoT in different kinds of industries rather than just consumer or commercial products.
Thank you so much, Kerry, and really appreciate your time here. And for everybody, some people from Kerry's team are going to be at the StoneAge Breadware booth over on the left. So fly safe, Kerry, and thank you again for coming by.
Yeah.
Check it out.